What's up, YouTube? Your girl is wrecked. This reading is a weird one. If you've never been here before, hi, all that stuff. I'll get into that later. Anyways, just a short little blurb about this reading. I started channeling and reading about a couple hours before the Scorpio lunar eclipse that we had the other day. I read all the way through the eclipse, and then a few hours after the eclipse, I am a 13-degree Scorpio moon, and that is the degree that the eclipse was happening on. So I got real inspired, and you guys all have super long, hour-long readings. Please watch for all of your placements, because I put a lot of time and effort into these things. And just a warning, there's a very long intro before each sign's reading gets started. It will be the same on every sign, so you don't need to watch it multiple times, but please watch it one time, please, for several reasons. Mostly because I get into the Sabian symbols involved for the degrees of this eclipse. I also get into the astrology behind the eclipse. I also talk about the Scorpio Taurus nodes series of eclipses that this energy deals with. I also go through all 13 decks that I used in this reading, and yes, 13, that is correct. So watch it one time, all right? And then I'll put timestamps so you can skip it all the other times, because I know it's a lot. Anyways, please watch these. They're very important. And if you guys want to book a reading just like this one you're about to see for yourself, email me with the title Scorpio Eclipse Reading at ASouthernStrega@gmail.com. That's also in the description box. And I will be offering those for $50, all right? And that is like $25 off my normal hourly price, because these will be an hour long at least for each sign, okay? Love you guys so much. All right, let's get started with your reading. Oh, hey y'all, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, or if you have been here before, either way, you're in for a huge treat today. I am doing probably the longest and most important free reading I've ever done in the history of me reading tarot today. In honor of the crazy Scorpio lunar eclipse that we just had here. It's going on right now. I started these readings midnight, the night of the eclipse. I'm planning on doing them all through the witching hour and up until sunrise, all right? This is going to be an intense reading. I have 13 decks to celebrate the Scorpio energy of the death card, number 13, all right? A lot of them are oracles, and there are also 5 tarot decks, okay? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, 5. 5 tarot decks, 8 oracle decks, okay? If you don't want to hear my intro, there will be timestamps in the description box below where you can skip straight to your signs reading. I'm going to do a free extended on Southern Strega Studies, my other channel, so make sure that you are subscribed over there. I will provide that link in the description box below to that free extended. During that extended, I will give you the book reading, all right? See, because I've got all these oracle cards and these big information in here. This is all going to be intuitive today on the tarot channel. For the extra info for the book stuff, that will be your free extended. So definitely check that out to get a deeper meaning behind the cards that we pull today. So here is the order of how things are going to go. First, I'm going to show you all 13 decks that I have and the purpose of these decks and why I chose them. There's a method to my madness, all right? I'm going to give you a brief rundown of the Sabian symbols that I feel are important to this eclipse. And I am also going to give you a brief little astrological summary of this Taurus Scorpio eclipse node situation that's been going on since, end of 2021. And then after that, I'm going to do your readings, okay? So let's get to it. Let's start by looking at all these decks that I have and why I chose them. The first deck that we are going to be using is the Moonology deck, all right? It is a deck based on the cycles and the phases of the moon, okay? Because it's all just a phase, and this is one, and it's a very intense one, okay? After that, so that's going to determine what kind of phase the universe is seeing that you're in right now. So that's going to be a little general feeler for what's going on with you. After that, I'm going to use the Astrological Oracle to pull you a planetary energy as well as a zodiac energy. Also to gauge the overall general energies around you, working with you or against you right now, or that you might just need to be aware of. It also points to specific zodiac signs that you may or may not be dealing with, all right, or that you need to look out for, okay? After that, I have a deck I have not used yet. This is the only deck on the table that I have yet to use. It's brand new. I literally just did an unboxing for this deck on ASouthernStrega Studies. That link will be in the description box below, as well as links to the other decks that I'm using today that have been unboxed. I will also provide you with links to purchase all of these decks as well. Anyways, the third deck we'll be using is the Seasons of the Witch, the Beltane Oracle, all right? If you've watched my channel before, I have used the Seasons of the Witch Sabian Oracle and the Yule Oracle. I am obsessed with this deck, these decks, these artists, these people. I can't speak enough. So I'm excited to use this deck for the first time for you guys. We're using that one because Beltane is traditionally celebrated on May 1st, May Day, which is just had it, okay? So we are in the energy of Beltane right now. As a sort of short summary of what Beltane energy means, it's Empress energy. It's growing, it's self-care, it is love, it is sex, it is beauty, it is fruition, it's nurture, it's spring into summer energy. It happens right in between spring and summer. So your little seeds have already been planted, and now you have to be the Empress and tend to them to make sure that they can make it into the summer to thrive. That's the kind of energy we're working with. So I want to take a look at the Beltane Oracle and see what's going on there. All right, with that, since that's the energy that the universe is in right now, we work with the energies, okay? After the Beltane Oracle, we're going to take a look at this beautiful deck, the Universal Folk Oracle. I was born in West Virginia, in Appalachia, and raised in the South. But folk, my deal, all right? I'm using this deck specifically to get ancestral messages from your passed on loved ones. It is a universal folk oracle. The people in this deck are very varied and from all cultures and backgrounds. So I want to get an ancestral message from that. Following the folk oracle, we are going to jump into the Enchanted Map Oracle, okay? I want to pull some cards from here to see kind of what's on the road ahead for you, like where you're heading. And then I'm going to clarify those cards from the Enchanted Map with our next deck, which is the Wild Unknown Tarot. It is a beautiful nature-themed deck. So basically, I use the Unknown Tarot, what you don't see coming, what you don't know yet, to clarify what's up ahead on the path that you don't know what is on yet, okay? After that, I'm going to do what most people call a Celtic cross, but I call it a Slavic because I'm Italian and Slavic mostly, among a lot of other things. And I also kind of give different meanings to my positioning and things the way that I do my Celtic. So I'm going to do you a whole Celtic cross spread because that's what you guys know, but it's my Slavic cross, all right? Using the Santa Muerte Tarot, okay? Because this is a Scorpio eclipse. This is death energy. This is the saint of death, all right? Santa Muerte. We're going to pull the cross with the death cards, and then we're going to clarify it, all right, with the Ostara cards. Ostara is another, witchy season that basically culminates the beginning of spring. So it's death and rebirth. Get it? Scorpio energy. Death, rebirth, death, rebirth. So this is the Ostara Tarot and what it looks like. It is a stunning deck. Beautiful. When we're done doing that, and that's going to take a look at your current energy, your past energy, outside energies, things that are going on in your head, in the forefront and behind the scenes, a predicted final outcome, what's coming in your near future, things that you are hoping and fearing, as well as energy that you have best in your control is what that reading will look at, and I will clarify. Following that, I am going to get a few warning messages from one of my all-time favorite decks, the Hoodoo Tarot. All right, just to get some good advice and warning messages and a little history, because I'm a Gemini Venus and I love to learn. After that, I have my favorite deck of all time, the Edward Gorey Fantod pack, which is a bizarre, macabre deck that is meant to be absolutely ridiculous and just kind of lighthearted, weird Scorpio vibes for you. Okay, so yeah, this is this deck. It's a weird one. And I will read you the weird little messages that go with that. And after that, I'm going to give you all what you want, because everyone I feel like comes to my channel for love readings. That's what I'm the best at, but I don't hate doing them, but I want to steer people into more than just love. But you are getting a love reading today as well from the Romantic Tarot. This deck is also beautiful. I am an art reader if you've not been here before, so I use so many decks. I give you lots of different nuanced meanings for the energies, all right? So your love reading will come from the Romantic Tarot. Let's see. That is, yeah. So after that, that was the 11th deck. The 12th deck that I have for you guys, this is a cool one. I don't know if I've used it on the channel or not before, but I do think I did unbox it, so I'll leave you the link for that. It's called the Enchanted Spell Oracle. It's a medieval hedge witch, garden kitchen witch type oracle. It is very nature-based. It talks about plants and herbs. It also uses the Celtic zodiac, which is 13 signs, ironically enough. Scorpio energy there. A lot of the cards will have, those 13 goddesses that represent the 13 signs. They'll give the dates on there. So some of you might get very specific dates to look out for either people born during those dates or things that might be happening during those dates. They also give herbal remedies and like spell work kind of stuff. And I don't want to be like, you're really Harry Potter. No, this is like stuff my mom used to do. Like she would boil cinnamon sticks and orange peels and, bay leaves and things together. And she said it was to make the house smell good, but it was really for luck, abundance, and other things. It's got stuff like that, old school medieval hedge witch magic type stuff to help you manifest, all right, and work with the energies that are best at your disposal. So that is deck number 12, and we're going to close it out with, all right, a oracle card from the Mother Mary Oracle. All right, it is a beautiful, very spiritual deck. It has many emanations of the Virgin Mary and different, virtues that she represents. So I'm just going, and they're very, profound cards and meanings. So I really hope you tune in for the extended and go listen to what the book says, because they almost always bring me to tears. Like literally, like they're so inspiring. And I've been marinating this with a huge chunk of amethyst, because after the reading, I feel like that's going to be a good way to calm it down, is to offer you some comforting advice and kind of direction and a warm hug from Mother Mary. Okay. So hopefully you get a good little spell or, something to do here with the whatever spell oracle, and then Mother Mary will give you a pat on the back. So yeah. Okay. If you guys want to book a personal reading, that info is in the description box below as well. So yeah, that's an overview of all the decks we will be using. So I hope you stay and see this. It's going to be long. I got my cozy blankie, Cancer problems, get a blankie, get, something to drink. It's going to be a minute. All right, that was the decks. Let's go over the astrology type things that are going on right now. Why is this eclipse such a big deal? Why is this such a dramatic one? Why do we care? Why am I putting so much effort into this reading? This is a penultimate eclipse in Scorpio, all right, happening across, the Scorpio Taurus nodes. That's when eclipses happen, all right, is when the moon lines up specifically with one of the nodes, okay? This time it is lining up with the south node that is in Scorpio right now. So, nodes in astrology, your north node and your south node, are karmic, hugely karmic, okay? Your north node is kind of like your North Star. It's pointing you in the direction of your destiny. It's trying to lead you somewhere out of the darkness, all right? It's a guiding energy star. South node is past life karma, where you've come from, who you used to be, all right? Things like that. I am a Leo North Node and a Aquarius South Node. So the fact that I have had tumultuous relationships with, you know, Aquarians my entire life is indicative very much of my past life karma. I must not have been a very easy Aquarian in my past life. All right. So yeah, there's that. Nodes are highly karmic. These nodes are fixed sign nodes, which is even rougher because the fixed signs are the ones that do not bend. All right. There is no give. It's black or white. It's yes or no. It is sugar get off the pot. All right. It is like, you better do something, or you get this violent wake up call from Scorpio energy where death is, you know, exercised somewhere and forcing you to rebirth. Okay. The best advice I can give you astrologically for these is to roll with it and accept these endings with gratitude, because anything that's being removed from you or taken away from you at this point is for your greater good, whether or not you want to believe that or not, because a lot of you are probably going through a really brutal time. Trust me, all right? This is supposed to be a very sobering energy. Scorpio energy does not like fence riders. Scorpio rules the 8th house, all right, which rules death and taxes. The only two things in life that are certain, all right? Death and taxes. That's it. And that's Scorpio. Scorpio does not play, all right? This eclipse is happening, all right, around the 13 to 14 degree of Scorpio. So I suggest all of you take a look at your natal charts and see what, you know, placements you have around 13, 14 degrees Scorpio. I also highly recommend that you look around 3 degrees of Scorpio and Taurus for your north and south node, where the north and south node is currently. See what planets or houses, whatever these things fall in for you, that might guide you in a better direction as to what will be going on for you in a let go sense, okay? These don't have to be bad endings, but they're huge and they're dramatic and they're emotional, and, you know, they're very fixed sign, all right? They're very Leo, Scorpio, Aqua, Taurus. Like, if you know those energies, you understand they don't back down. They don't take a maybe. You have to decide, or it will be decided for you. It's like a parental energy from the universe, and they're smacking you in the face with something like a spoiled teenager, okay? So that kind of gives you a general overview astrologically, all right, about what's going on here. Now, I want to get into the Sabian symbols just very briefly, because if you get your girl on a Sabian symbol tangent, we'll be here until next week, okay? I am still trying to figure out a way to approach the Sabian symbols on my ASouthernStrega Studies channel and start having a discussion about them. But every time I feel like I've got a grasp, I get deeper in and I just keep learning about them. If you don't know what the Sabian symbols are, I do suggest you jump down that wormhole, especially, all right, to identify the degrees that you have planets and important placements in your birth chart, and correlate those with whatever the Sabian symbol is related to your placements, especially your personal planets. So like I said, I'm a 13-degree Scorpio moon, okay? The eclipse is happening on 13 and 14 degrees Scorpio. So we get to talk about my moon sign Sabian symbol today, all right? The symbols for 13 and 14 degrees Scorpio is, 13 is, you know, my sign, which is an inventor performing a laboratory experiment, okay? The one for 14 degrees is telephone lineman working on establishing new connections. All right, so the Sabian mysteries, basically, to sum it up, there was this psychic named Elsie Wheeler. She was disabled. She was a very gifted seer and psychic. She teamed up with with Mark, what is his name? Is it Mark Edwin Jones? I can't, his name is escaping me right now. I'm sorry. Anyways, he sat down with all 360 degrees of the birth wheel, okay? So all the degrees of Aries, all of the degrees of Taurus, so on and so forth, and wrote each degree 1 through 360 on, you know, to represent the circle, on an index card, and he shuffled them all up, okay? And then he went somewhere with her in nature, okay? And he would randomly pick up a card, show her the number and the symbol, show her the number and the sign associated with it, like Aries 13. And she would immediately say what she channeled and what popped into her mind, okay? So every single degree in the birth chart has an associated Sabian symbol. And when I got into mine in my chart, let me tell you, it was like startling, some of the ones that I had, like startling, okay? So I do suggest that you research that for yourself. So anyways, all right, what do these Sabian symbols mean? 13 and 14 degrees, this lineman and the telephone connections and the, inventor inventing. Basically, Scorpio energy is hard to grasp, okay? The moon hates being in Scorpio. It's in its fall in Scorpio. It does terrible in Scorpio, okay? Which people like me who are blessed with a Scorpio moon, all right, on the 13th degree of the death card, mind you, which is even more hilarious for me. We tend to, our emotions are our downfall, all right? They can have us act like monsters. They can have us disconnect completely from reality. We have a tendency to be very inward, highly emotional, also highly psychic and intuitive, PS with a Scorpio moon. But it's not a great energy. It's a hard one to work with emotionally. Scorpio likes, like I said, likes black and white, yes or no. Love and emotions are not black and white. They're confusing. They're muddled. They are watery. Scorpio likes order, okay? There's a reason Scorpio doesn't, seem like a water sign. You don't associate a scorpion with water. You don't. And then the more evolved forms of Scorpio, we have, an air sign, basically. We have the eagle or the hawk or whatever you want to call it in the middle transformation. And then the final form of a Scorpio is fire, a phoenix. So Scorpio is like not even, it's like Aquarius. Everyone thinks they're a water sign, but they're not. It's kind of like that with Scorpio. Like, it doesn't make sense why Scorpio would be a water sign, because they seem very blunt and very harsh and very scary and very mean sometimes, all right? At least, not tame ones. But it's just, it is what it is, all right? And that's the energy of the eclipse that we're going through. It's uncomfortable. It feels very foreign. We have a tendency to get lost in these emotions, especially at the 13th degree. An inventor inventing. This is literally, pointing to the idea of somebody who lives their life in pursuit of their dreams and their lofty goals and imagination, all right? Because if you're an inventor, whatever you're inventing hasn't been invented yet. It's only in your brain, all right? Scorpio energy is very internalized. It is 8th house. It is secret. It is hidden, all right? Underworld energy, not for humans, all right? Same with inventors. It's all in their brain. We don't know where these ideas come from, but they have them, and that's that. So that's an indicator of, like, are you going to spend your entire life in pursuit of something that you cannot prove or that might never come to fruition? Like, how much, when does it become a dream and when does it become an obsession? Because Scorpio energy is obsessive in its bad form. And I will be the first one to testify that my Scorpio moon has made me crazy, all right? Crazy in the past. So we have to be very careful. Is this positive magician energy where we're taking that Ace of Wands and manifesting something new and good and positive? Or are we literally, delusional here? All right? There's no room for any kind of delusion here. Everything is going to be very blunt. All right? The best way I can put this energy is blunt. Blunt, like a jailhouse shiv. All right? So there's that. The transition from the 13 to the 14, all right, the telephone man lines, making new connections. You see all these workers that are connecting all these lines to allow all these people to communicate. It wants you to pay very close attention to who you are connecting to, who you are communicating with, how you are communicating. It's also an indicator for humanity as a whole that we're all becoming very much more connected, and we need to make sure that we, take care of those connections and use them for good and not evil. Scorpio likes justice, all right? Scorpio represents the judgment card. It's not just justice, it's judgment. Scorpio is like the, sentencer after the trial. I am a former lawyer. I'm still a lawyer. I'm still in good standing. I still have my license. I'm just not practicing currently. But I really like to explain this in a legal context that, the fool is basically on trial from the time he's, born until the judgment card in the world. His final outcome is determined after judgment. So Scorpio is the judgment card. That is a Scorpio card because Scorpio, it's death or life. They're going to live or they're going to die, basically. Figure it out. This is what this is. It's sink or swim energy. All right, is what I was getting with this. So I also wanted to discuss the Sabian symbols for the North and South node during this eclipse season. They are both at 3 degrees. One is Scorpio, South node, and one is Taurus, North node, okay? The South node for Scorpio, 3 degrees, is neighbors helping in a house raising. And then for Taurus, North node, it is natural steps leading to a field of clovers, okay? This, to me, the North and the South node here, the South node is, like I said, past karma. This is, people coming together as a community and helping a house raising, okay? House raising is when the community would literally get together for either a newlywed couple or a new member in the tribe or something like that. And they would all pull together their resources, their energy and everything to help these people get a house together, like build them a little house so they had somewhere to be. It was a sign of being welcomed into the tribe. It was a sign of community. It was, using your energy to collaborate with your community and to do great things to, further your community and, continue life on earth, like as a human in a society. Okay. So that's where we're coming from, a place of doing the right thing and trying to advance society and be part of it and help it along and be kind. And then we have this energy of like, if we were doing this in the past, if we were being community oriented and, being a team player, then North Node, our destiny, where we're heading, where we're supposed to be going towards, is these natural steps with the field of clovers. The fact that it's natural steps means that you don't have to build the steps, you don't have to work for them, that the universe literally just laid out a path for you to this field filled with luck, all right? Clovers are associated with luck and, money and gold and treasure and leprechauns and good luck, all right? So that's what that is. So you really need to be taking a look at how you've been acting in the past, how you've been treating your neighbors, your friends, your relationships, what kind of connections you're making. Are they positive? Are they going to advance your community? Would these people show up to help you build a house? Would they welcome you into their community? Really be looking at these things, because if these energies are not cooperative, if you're not being cooperative, if the people around you are not, like, they will be removed. This is judgment time coming in, okay? So that was a Sabian overview. Last thing about the astrology and why I feel like this is such an important reading is this cycle with this eclipse here. It started back in I want to say November 2021 when the Taurus, Scorpio nodes shifted and we started having eclipses on those nodes. That's when everything kind of started popping off with this. We had 2 major blood moon eclipses in rapid succession, like very close to each other. One was on May 15th, 2022. So almost a year ago to the day of this eclipse now. And then we had another one, November 8th, 2022, blood moon also. 2 blood moons. That was in Scorpio season, okay? And then we've got this one today on 5/5. And then we have another one, which is a partial October 28th of this year. That's on the Taurus moon and the Scorpio sun. And then the next blood moon, all right, is not until March 13th of 2025. So to me, and what I feel with my Scorpio moon, with this energy, is that kind of whatever you started off in mid 2021, all right, that is going to play out, or you're going to be reaping what you sow with that until, 2025, basically. So really, we're right in the middle of this energy, which is why this eclipse is so important. It's the turning point. Judgment is where we're at now. The next step is the world. The world is final. Judgment can go either way. Okay? So you're on trial right now. You've presented all of your evidence. So there's no time to like suck up or anything like that. It's like, you better have learned your lessons and you better make your decisions now. Okay? Because, that verdict is getting handed down. And we're going to, see whether or not you're going to get a good one or not. So that's why this is so important. Okay? Choices. It's all about choices. All right. So that covers all of my... Jesus, that was a 30-minute intro, y'all. I am going to be so tired tomorrow. But I am like geeked on this energy. Like I am, first of all, it's Mercury retrograde. So that's another reason why this eclipse is crazy. I was born during Mercury retrograde. Okay. I have a 13-degree Scorpio moon, which is where this is all going down at. And I don't know. I just get like, I'm a Cancer sun. So the moon literally rules me. So I'm here for it. I'm into it. I love moon energy. Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night. I don't like to plug Kanye because he's like, I think he's suffering from mental health. I'm not going to knock the guy. He's talented as all get out. But that song, Praise God, all right? God, what are the lyrics to that? We gonna praise our way out the gray, dark living, hopping out the graveyard, coming back to life. Oh, he's talking about we're just going to be thankful, all right, for this death. He's talking about praying your way and praising your way out of the depths of despair, coming out of the graveyard back to life, and being thankful for learning the harsh lesson of death and rebirth. Okay? It's a theme in all the religions. It's a Christ-like theme. So anyone on here saying I'm some Satanist can just suck it, first of all. Anyways, all right. Let's see. What order do I want to go in? I don't know. So I'm going to use my trusty little jar here that has all the zodiac signs mixed up in it. So I'm just going to let the universe tell me. All right, who's got next? Let's see if I can cram a couple of these in before my kids wake up and make this a lot harder. Who is next? Cancer. I was going to say Aqua. I don't know why. But it's Cancer. Me. My Cancer babies. What's up? All right. Cancers. Let's get into it. It's a water eclipse. All right. You guys will probably be feeling it extra hard. Especially if you have Scorpio placements or Taurus placements. Show me what phase Cancer is in right now with their Moonology cards. That was too many. You are a moon child. What phase are you in? You keep wanting to pull two at a time. Those were both full moons, by the way. Let me shuffle these one more time. Of course, you're going to want to pull all extra moon energy. Give me one card. One card for Cancer. Are we having a lot of feels, Cancer? Are we getting real triggered? Mercury retrograde. My Mercury's in Cancer too, BTW. Mercury retrograde with a full lunar 2 again. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Is this Noah's Ark? More full moon and half moon there. What is going on? Cancers, are y'all all right? Are y'all all right, Cancers? This is the first sign this has been going on for. I'm about to have to just shuffle 3 times and pull one, but I don't like doing that. Cancer, give me one card. There it is. One card. Okay, here we go. A new start is coming. Just straight up new moon. Not in any sign. This is an unexpected start. You don't know what to make of this start. You don't know how to read this start. It's full energy. It's fresh. This new moon is not bound to any specific sign. Somebody else, I don't know if anyone's pulled a new moon. But there are new moon cards in this deck, all right? It's like new moon in Pisces or new moon in Scorpio. This is just new moon. The possibilities are endless, infinite. Also, you're not bound or restricted by any certain energies while you're making this fresh start. So it's a true fresh start. There is this energy though, because I mean, I'm a Cancer, so I will tell you we are ruled by the moon. We fluctuate through the phases throughout the month. In the moon cycle, like full moons, I feel like are my strong points. I work better when there's more moon energy in the sky. I feel, you know, disconnected and lower energy during a new moon because there is no moon energy like in the sky. And I know that's the moon like rebirthing itself, and the moon's always there, but like I've just noticed this pattern with myself. My energy is down on new moons. I don't know why. I guess because we just made it through a cycle and, you know, all that release with the fulls are hard. But just recognize this. You're going to have to muster up a lot of energy for this new start. Like, you don't... Also, this is a forward-looking new moon. The little bit of light, you know, from the moon here is shining towards, you know, the western, or the eastern, going forward. Get ready, Cancers. It's a new start. I don't know how you're going to feel about it. I feel like your energy will be kind of low about it, which means you're going to have to get more excited. You're going to have to create your own energy here. But that is a good new start. And there's an exclamation point there, so I guess we should get excited about it. All right, give me your zodiac and planetary energies, please. One card here for Cancer. Hey there, little Red Riding Hood. What is that song? I don't even know the rest of it. There's something in the song that says, hey there, little Red Riding Hood. The guy's voice kind of creepy. Almost like he's stalkery. Like he feels like devil energy. Trying to entice her into something. What is this? Cancer, y'all are being stubborn with the energy. There it was. Aquarius. The cosmic jokes that my guides play on me. I don't want a new start with an Aquarius. Like, if y'all watch my channel, you know, all right? I got ghosted with a baby during the pandemic by an Aquarius who swore up and down to me that he was like super family man and would never do that to his kids. Here we are. Our kid's almost 3 and he's never even met him. Aquarius energy with a new start coming. This is uncomfortable as hell for a Cancer. No wonder your energy will be low here. Aquarian energy is like not super jelly with, you know, Cancerian energy. Aquarians are very forward thinking, you know, new, innovative. Cancerians are very nostalgic, all right? Very in the past. We are very tied to, you know, tradition. Aquarians are rebels who like to buck tradition and do things their own way. But look here, we pulled the sun upright. Happy new start with some Aquarian energy, all right? This is foreign territory for you. This is something you've never done before. This is going to feel very otherworldly. Aquarian energy is very alien. It's very foreign. There's a need for you to approach this, you know, with a lot of rationality and kind of, you know, accept the fact that this is for the best. Sun energy is good. Sun energy is warm. I like this, all right? I'm so because I am a Cancer. I just like freak out. I don't know. And I always feel like very personal with you and Scorpio and Virgo readings and Gemini, because those are like the heaviest in my chart. The ball's in your court with this. You guys have been ignoring each other. You know, look, they got their backs to each other. I don't feel like this is expected at all. I said that when I pulled the first card. I feel like you don't see this coming. Also, when this new start comes, whatever is going on here, whether it be you alone starting something or you starting something, you know, with other people or a person, you need to look at this with fresh eyes like the sun. You need to not carry any baggage in, okay? It's a new start and it's not influenced by anything, so we can't be, you know, this is like, it's literally like being reset to zero. So you can't bring anything else into it. It has to be fresh, full energy if you want happiness in the situation. Also, Aquarian energy is kind of hard to read, and this is like sunlight being shown on that. This is positive change in a forward direction. I said that new moon was pointing, you know, forward as well, and I still feel that. Just looking towards the future. This is interesting. Very interesante. Muy interesante. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I started these readings on the 4th. It's now the 5th. And I'm reading, you know, I started like 11:11 on the 4th because the eclipse is happening at like 10 something in the morning Eastern time. So I figured if I read for like 13 straight hours, I'll probably cover everybody. So that's where we're going. I'll probably read until noon. You guys are right in the middle of it. Well, actually, it's almost sun should be up soon. Oh, the sun is here with your reading and a new start. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. What's going on here, Cancer? All right, let me get your Beltane Oracle from the Seasons of the Witch. Ooh, that was fast. Sacrifice. Jesus, what a Cancerian energy this is. Little bleeding heart. My mom's been calling me that my entire life. Please ignore my, you know, ratchet fingernail polish. I'm a poor single mother. What do you want from me? Oh, P.S. for all my Cancerian mommies out there, if you watch the Taurus video and the Scorpio video, baby AJ came in and had a poop diaper in both of them within the span of like an hour and a half. Like, he totally bombed both of those videos in the most hilarious, you know, Real Housewives of Tarot way. And both times he's just like, yeah, I smell. I'm like, oh my God. Anyways, sacrifice energy, Cancer. This is crazy. Look at the moon on both sides. Let's just take a look at the art. This is a very Cancerian card. It looks like Mother Earth. She's literally bleeding, you know, out her womb here into the ground, creating a heartbeat for the world. She's got moons on both sides of her. She's got, what is that on the top? Or is that another? That's a full moon. Got all the cycles of the moon there. Yeah, big Hecate vibes from this. Sacrifice, 36. That breaks down to a 9. Independence, alone, all right? Stable. It says you must find the ebb and flow of life within your very self. Embracing it all is embracing truth. Take the good with the bad. I was saying this in somebody else's reading, and I don't remember who it was, but it's like life is all about the dichotomy, all right? There's good and there's evil. There's, you know, pain and there's joy. It's like love and hate. And, you know, you can't appreciate one without the other, all right? You just can't. Life is all about duality. You see it throughout the tarot. 2 of Swords, you know, lovers, judgment, justice, temperance, tipping scales, you know, balancings of energies. This is learning to take it all with a grain of salt. Water up a duck's back. Roll with the waves. We're the best at that. We are trained and ruled by the moon that changes moods and cycles and, you know, every couple hours. The moon is never in the same place. It's, you know, the thing that is the most fluctuating in all of the energies. There's a siren going off right now. You hear it? Car accident, chariot in reverse. Because I don't live in the, you know, zone 6 anymore in Atlanta. I'm not on, you know, Gucci Man block. So when I hear sirens around here, it's not murders like it was in Atlanta. It's more car wrecks. It's almost always what it is. Just slow down. Your pain, though, and your sacrifice has grown something. And it was a major sacrifice. A lot of you, this does have to deal with children. I cannot ignore the fact that we have the Sun card, which represents children, babies, you know, new, bright energy. And we also have the Sacrifice card, where she is literally bleeding out of her nether regions here. I don't want to say it on YouTube because God knows they'll probably strike me down and smite me. That blood that you gave or whatever that is, it's planted some kind of a seed that is literally like the earth is thankful for it. You created a heartbeat within the earth here. But you need to stop the bleeding. I can't get that. I just got keep bleeding. I keep bleeding, love. You cut me open. Who is that? What is her name? Why can't I think of it? Leona Lewis. Isn't that the name? Yeah, that song's intense. Also, randomly, why did this just pop in my head? I don't even remember who it was. Somebody on that show, So You Think You Can Dance. I used to be super into that show and watch it all the time. I don't even know if it's still on. Somebody did a dance to that. I forget who it is. I'm going to look it up after, but you need to look it up. I feel like you'll be into it. I don't know why. I just remember it being super emo, and it was about a couple, and they love to hate each other. That's very Cancer, Aquarian energy there. Can you find the joy in something so foreign and something so different and something so opposite? And look, I'm not knocking Aqua energy at all. I have had good and bad, like the most profound relationships I've had throughout my almost 43 years now have all been with Aquarians. My mom is an Aqua. My cousin, who is like my bestest family friend, he's an Aqua. My best gay friend, who's my kid's, gunkle, he's an Aqua, and I love him to death. My stepdaughter is an Aqua, Stellium. Oh my God, I love her like my own. But then I also have 2 different Aquarian men who ghosted me with babies and like all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, had really hard times with Aqua energy, but I've also had really good ones. It's learning to appreciate your differences instead of shun each other for them. All right. Give me the energy here from the Universal Folk Oracle from your ancestors. Cancer. Oof. Now I got that Leona Lewis song stuck in my head. Empowerment. That's Leo energy. Big Leo energy. Some of you are Cancer, Leo cuspers like me. 18. Empowerment. 9 energy again. It's the second time y'all got 9 energy. Crazy. You also got the Sun, which is Leo energy. Empowerment, expansion, together, prosper, divine. Y'all might not want to hear this because I feel like this energy has not been great for you before. Literally, it cut you open and bled you dry. But together, you're stronger. Together, you accomplish something. Together, you prosper. This is divine, all right? That's lover's energy. Divine is painful. If you believe in all that twin flame stuff, then, you understand that dynamic. If you don't, I don't know how I feel about it. Some days I think I do. Most days I think it's crap. But I do understand, and I've seen in my reality, all right, when you start, sinking into bad behaviors and dragging your energy down, you end up, backtracking the people you're with. If you're with people that are doing more, then you end up, achieving more. It is energy. It is push and pull. I do feel like you're dealing with a divine counterpart here. I hate saying this. But yeah, look at this. It's like big Leo energy. The Aquarian Cancerian relationship is super uncomfortable. So you need to strengthen yourself up. All right. A lot of the reasons why the ones that I've had that have failed miserably or like gone off the rails have been due to my emotional insecurity, like my Queen of Cups in the reverse energy, because Aquas aren't like outwardly showing of emotion. They're not like super affectionate people, and Cancerians are. And we take a lack of affection or a lack of, that sweet energy as, rejection or, betrayal, or we get really paranoid. All right. When that happens. It's really hard being raised by like a mom with that energy. I'll tell you that. That like compounded my issues with, needing validation through like comfort and things like that. Aquarians are not a very comforting sign. All right. They're all about, we'll worry about that later. Let's go overthrow the patriarchy. We'll cry about the patriarchy and their demon, like what they're doing later. But right now we gotta go. They don't like, you know, overly sappy. Cancers are the most sappy, all right? But like, y'all can balance each other out. There's room for you both to improve with each other. They need to be a little more warm. You need to be a little more chill, all right? And a little less emotional. There's a full moon in the back of this empowerment. My left ear just started ringing like a mug. Oof. I know, just get your dancing with the devil here. Duality. Yeah, there is a flip side here. I don't trust this yet. This might be my own bias coming into this reading, but something about this is telling me just like, don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. Where's the rest of this coming from? Like, can you get back into this connection with whoever this is, or back into this energy that's very foreign, this Aquarian energy, and not let it cut you open and bleed you dry again? Can you learn how to be happy in this energy? You have to, like, woman up, man up, whatever here. You just get in your Leo energy. You guys need to push more towards that side of the Cancerian wheel. Be a little more brave. All right, let's pull your Enchanted Map. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. He is the wizard. That's my favorite movie as a child. I got so fired up waiting to see the Wizard of Oz when I was like, I want to say 5. I think I was in kindergarten or 1st grade. I was running through my house. We were living in Fort Lauderdale at the time in Florida. And I busted my tooth out on a terracotta flower pot, running around like jazzed about the Wizard of Oz. It's my favorite movie for, you know, almost 40 years now. I never get tired of it either. I will watch it anytime it's on TV. I wonder what sign Dorothy would be. Gemini, maybe? No, she's a little emotional. I don't know who she is. I have to marinate on that. Maybe I'll do a video on that. What zodiac sign are the Wizard of Oz characters? Comment below what you think. That's like the Tin Man reminds me of an Aquarian. Because he looks like all stiff and rigid on the outside. But really, he's got the biggest heart of like all of them. Even though he has to go find it and you get to give it to him. Because he didn't know how to use it, or his was broken. Okay. Give me 3 cards for Cancer. There's 1. Show me their path. Nope. What does Cancer need to know right now? Show me their path. Whoa. Details, details. That wanted to come out. Let me try to sneak back in. I've not seen this one yet. 7 energy. I just keep staring at these pentacles too, and I didn't really stare at that before. Details, details. Ooh, clarity is in the magnifying glass there. Wow, there is so much in this card, and it's messing with me. There's a wheel of the zodiac. What is that pointing to? Those are not zodiac symbols. What kind of symbols are those? Compass energy. Where are you going? There's also a telescope here and a magnifying glass. This is like, read the fine print. All right. There's a need for you to get into air energy. That's why Aquarius is popping up for you, because you need to take a very hard, sobering, unemotional look at something. And I mean, check it, look at it 3-4 times. Look at that. Details, details, details. Microscope, magnifying glass, compass, you know, books. Like, this is Gemini energy. This is air energy. Like, do your research, do your homework. Don't just jump into something like a Cancer would and just be all empathetic and trusting and kind and welcoming. No, this is a need for you to, you know, it's, I'm getting like 7 of Wands energy, like needing to put up a boundary and like needing to stand your ground with something. We're not the best. I mean, we will scrap. No one will make you feel worse than the Cancer. Nobody. It's just like mom energy. Like, no one can make you feel worse than your own mother. And Cancers are masters at that. But like, we don't like to do that, because at the end of the day, it doesn't feel good. Okay. Protecting treasure and into the unknown. Wow, this is some foreign energy. All right. Details, details is 43. That's 7 energy. You also have into the unknown, which is an actual 7. Okay. More needing to be an apprentice. All right. 7 of Pentacles is apprentice energy. You don't know everything yet. You're not that great at things. You need to, you know, hone your skills, take on a mentor or something to, you know, level you up to where you get better at something. You also have protecting treasure, 39, that's 12, breaks down to a 3. Cooperating, working with others. The 3 of Pentacles is the first time you consider investing your energy in anything or mixing it up with other people. And then you kind of backtrack with the 4 because you're like, wait a minute, other people can take advantage of my energy, or maybe I don't want to give up my resources. And then, you know, you get stingy with it with the 4 and you hold it too close to the chest until the spirit, you know, takes it away from you with the 5. And then they bless you back up with the 6 so you can remember the low and then the high where you have enough to give to somebody else. And when you have enough to give to somebody else, that's when you have like 7 of Pentacles energy. Hey, baby. Are you coming in the Cancer reading too? Aww. Cancer, Taurus, and Scorpio. You guys are linked somehow with baby AJ energy. My little vertical baby. I'm not even going to edit this out, Cancers, because I know you'll appreciate it. My poor baby. He's had a fever. He's just been coughing nonstop. Hey, buddy. Are you okay? Do you want to lay on Mommy's bed?
I want my bed.
You want to lay in your bed? Okay. Can I get you anything?
I get apple juice.
I would love to get you some apple juice. Let me pause this video and I'll get you some apple juice and then I'll come back and finish, okay? You want it in your dino cup? Let me put it in your dino cup?
No, my photo.
Paw Patrol? Okay. I got you, baby. Alright, let's go get your juice, okay? I'll be right back, Cancers. Oh, it's little cheeks every time. All right, hold on, Cancer. Sorry, Cancers. I know you understand, though. Let's get back to it. We had details, protecting treasure, and into the unknown. This one that's striking me the most, besides the details one, which we already talked about, is this protecting treasure. Look at her. She's under the umbrella, like shielding whatever this box is from the rain. Something valuable to you is, you know, I don't know if this previously or is in danger of being taken away because you're being overly emotional. She's protecting this treasure from all these watery emotions falling from the sky. Okay. Into the unknown. That's that weird aqua energy. She even looks like an aqua or like a Scorpio. She's blindfolded. She has no idea where she's going. At least she's going in the direction that's not going to walk her off the balcony. So you are going into somewhere safe, I feel like, but it still feels very foreign and very otherworldly and very uncomfortable. It's like the blind leading the blind here. It's really hard to look at the details when you don't know where you're going or what you're doing. There is a need to shield yourself from too much emotion for sure. And just trust the process. I don't even know what this is. Let me clarify these for you guys. For me, my wild unknown tarot. But 3 energy and 7 energy, that's cooperating. And that is, you know, putting a foot forward and trying, all right? It's effort, it's collaboration, cooperation, it's intention, it's sowing seeds, it's investing. There is something worth investing in. You do, especially in contracts. I don't want to make this all about love. Especially in contracts, be really careful. I feel like there's things that you're not seeing, like small details that, you know, you're missing that you really need to focus in on. Details is here because judgment, the Empress, and the 2 of Pentacles, all upright. Whew, that's strong energy. More tree, look, and fire. Your heart chakra, something about your heart chakra. Oh, that red, I can't ignore it. And 2 trees, Empress energy, something you're growing or something that's festering inside. It's like a bloodletting energy, like you need to let it out. It's like when a wound starts to fester and you need to, you know, this is so gross, I'm sorry. I'm a Dr. Pimple Popper fan, I'm not gonna lie. I have a Scorpio moon, I'm a weirdo. It's like it's building up and it's festering and you need to drain it. Like drain the swamp energy is what this is. This is crazy because I've been saying in the intro and like throughout this eclipse that judgment is coming, judgment is coming, judgment is coming. You are like in this energy of the Two of Pentacles here with the details. There's a lot still in the air for you, okay? There's still options. I don't know. I feel like your fate is hanging in the balance here. I do feel like either way this goes, you're going to be okay though. It's very nuanced though, the different paths, I feel like with this Two of Pentacles energy. Something grows either way. It's just a, you know, I just got that 10 to the small things. That's an energy from the Colette Baron Reed Animal Oracle. She's the one who did this Enchanted Map also. As the moon grows though, something grows for you. Also, when this judgment happens, it's like a freedom energy for you. This is not a scary judgment card, all right? This is, it's more hope to me. It's like Phoenix energy, rising above everything. Transformative. It's at the bottom. The 10 of Cups. Look at that, Cancer. All right, let's do protecting treasure. What is this about for Cancer? All right, protecting treasure. The Hangman in the reverse. More red. These wild unknown cards, they have color on them to, you know, draw attention to different chakras in the body. And you've pulled like all red so far. There's none on this because it's an air sign. There is no like emotional energy or anything like that. You get the Page of Swords. You need to learn how to see things from their side. Ace of Cups in the reverse here. The 10 of Wands. If you don't start looking at rejection or looking at this past pain as something, you know, transformative or, you know, as a gauge of how strong you are or what you can endure, there's going to be problems here. There's a, you know, this, I read art if you've not been here before, and there's this Ace of Swords that's in the Knight of Swords hand right here that is like flying towards this hangman to try to, you know, stab him and get him to see things differently here. There's a need for you to, you know, acknowledge, especially if this isn't a love connection, what went down and accept your accountability for it. If you start wallowing around in the feeling part and like, I said, oh my God, what is flying into my window right now? There's a giant bug flying into my window trying to get in here, and the sun is about to come up. You guys are getting the sunrise reading? Nice, Cancer. Because it's just a phase. There's this energy, though, of allowing this rejection to absolutely break you. Because like I said, it felt like a bloodletting in the past. You need to cut through that, all right? Knight of Swords energy is calculated. It's cold. It's air energy, like Aquarian energy. You need to see through it, all right? Cut through it. Cut, you know, if it's festering, you need to be the one to puncture it open and drain it. You are reaching a breaking point. The 10 of Wands is here. Like, it either breaks you or it builds you up stronger. Can you endure any more of this? If you don't start looking at it differently, though, I feel like you can't endure this. I feel like it will break you. I feel like it's getting harder and harder to protect your treasure here. Like, if you look at that card and she's, you know, laying on it, trying to keep it dry, but it's like looking kind of futile. You can take care of this, though, okay? All right, why is Into the Unknown here? What is Into the Unknown about? For Cancer. Ace of Swords. What did I say? Hold it. It's a back. 3 of Pentacles. 4 of Cups in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. God, you are so untrustworthy of something. you can't see how this, you know, ends. Like for once, your intuition is like not giving you anything here. You're looking for the truth in something, but it's not supposed to be known to you. You're looking for clarity. It's not supposed to be known. You want cooperation. You want clarity. You want the Ace of Swords, all right? And look, all the chakras are here. All of them are here. All the colors are represented. Before you collaborate, Three of Pentacles, you want the truth, Ace of Swords. Problem is like, this is the energy. You're supposed to go in blind. You're not supposed to know everything. You're supposed to feel it out. And for whatever reason right now, you are reverting to air sign energy and you don't want to, you're not, or you either don't want to, or you're not allowed to feel out the situation. Your intuition is being blocked for some reason. You're not going to gain this clarity. You're just going to have to cooperate with, you know, the uncooperative energy. You're not meant to know the truth right now. I don't know how else to say that. But if you sit around and wait for clarity before entering into the abyss or whatever this is that they want you to do, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, you'll never, you know, your mission will fail. If you surrender to the darkness, surrender to the unknown, all right, the awkward feelings or whatever this is, then that's when you'll end up turning this Knight around and you will get to where you want to go. All right. All right, Cancer, let's do your general energy check-in. Death and Rebirth read with the Santa Muerte and the Ostara Tarot. All right. You hear all the little birdies chirping outside? Birds are loud. Sounds like babies. Big Empress energy with y'all, as usual. Show me Cancer's energy right now. Why are you getting left off? I feel like I need to stop there. Those cards need to be seen. The Four of Cups. I just said, you just pulled the Four of Cups in reverse with the Ace of Swords in reverse and all this stuff. Like, you have to, you also got two aces. I didn't even realize that. You have to look at this as something other than rejection from the past. You guys are still carrying this hurt. And like, Cancers will hold a grudge like no other. Also, Cancers will play the victim. They will. Not all is lost, okay? I told you you're going to miss out on something. Like, Four of Cups is being so focused on the pain from the past and not being able to have things back the way that they were, very nostalgic energy like a Cancer would have, that you like don't see all the joy around you. I see this, all right? Your advice here, you know, the previous card we had was Four of Cups in reverse. Stop, you know, ignoring what's in front of you. Stop missing out on the aces that the universe is trying to hand you. Because aces are a gift from spirit. That's the center of your reading, though, is the Four of Cups. Feeling overlooked, feeling let down, feeling like you'll never have it that way again. Crossing you is the Seven of Cups. Look there, Cancer. Your emotions are all over the place. You know, you have too many feelings. You're considering too many options. You guys are entering into some crazy, like, this is almost like Piscean energy, like 12th house, delusional, you know, mental energy. The rejection is like driving you mad. You're going through in your mind over and over and over again all these emotions that you had about the situation and trying to make sense of them. And that is what's crossing you. Like, this is, you're showing up all water, but it's all, you know, problematic water. Previously, Seven of Wands in the reverse. Shocker, you didn't set proper boundaries, all right? Good moms have boundaries. Cancers are motherly energies, all right? They have boundaries. Good parents have boundaries. This is you having none, all right? You have boundaries for your kids. Like, why don't you have them for yourself? The Seven of Wands is like refusing to defend yourself or, you know, putting up a fight for what it is that you want. Like, kind of like laying down and playing dumb. You just like open up the gate for the enemy to run in. You don't even bother to put up a fight. This is you going gently into something that like you probably should have been more cautious about. Cancers are so dopey sometimes. Like we are just like Bambi. We want to be so idealistic and so empathetic because like at the end of the day, we are, you know, like a mom. Moms love their kids regardless of what they do because they're their kids and they get it and they know them better than anybody else. And you guys are like that too with people. That's why cancers always feel very familiar. But like you understand why people do bad things. And because you can see that, it, you know, creates a lot of empathy with you and you don't want to blame people. You know, you're like, you understand that hurt people hurt people. You understand that people usually at their core are not just evil and terrible. So you always want to try to figure out what's wrong with them, kind of like a Virgo would, and help them along. But this kind of energy of you being, you know, overly welcoming and overly empathetic and refusing to protect yourself from things that you know are toxic, despite how they got to that toxicity. It might not have been their fault. They might have been abused and neglected and, you know, treated poorly or whatever, but like they're still toxic and they're still adults and they still haven't fixed these problems. So why are you're not their mom. You are not, you know, their caretaker. You don't need to be letting that into your energy, because that is not on your vibe. If that's, you know, unless you're still broken. On your mind, Cancers, the Hanged Man in the reverse again. Same card pulled in your, you know, other read here. Got to start seeing it another way. You don't want to do that. You guys are very tunnel vision about something. Like, I don't feel like you're accepting accountability for how something turned out. I don't feel like you understand that you failed to put your foot down and establish boundaries. You only, you know, people only treat you the way that you allow them to treat you for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can put up with so much, but like you are the one that says you're not going to do that anymore by disconnecting. If you guys sat in it too long and took this garbage from wherever this was, that's your own fault. Sorry for you, but it's true. All right. You can't blame them if, you know, suffering years of, you know, hurt and anxiety when you are an adult also, and you can just walk away, disconnect, stop letting it get to you. I don't even feel like that's on your radar as an option. There's the Sun in the reverse. We had the Sun in your initial reading upright, and now it's showing up reverse in the near future. You don't see any hope. You don't see anything. Like something is being hidden from you. I want to clarify that before I get into how I interpret it, because I'm lost with that one. All right, you got the Six of Cups, Cancerian, nostalgic energy in your subconscious. All right, because the reason that you got soft with whatever this energy is, or the reason that you know still will get soft with whatever this energy is because it's nostalgic to you. You're trying to forget that part, but it's always still there. All right. As toxic as whatever this was, as terrible as whatever all this was, it's like it's still in the back of your mind that it could have been good, or it was good, or, you know, we had it all at one point. Also, your ability to be, you know, familiar with people and to feel very like home and like, you know, a lot of friend zone energy here, Cancer energy. Also, I feel like this Sun in reverse is your subconscious coming to haunt you, because Scorpio resurrects stuff from the dead. Subconscious energy is hidden. It's like 12th house, 8th house, you know, hidden, concealed. It's all meant to be dredged up. And because you're ruled by the moon and it's a full moon eclipse, it's like your emotions were concealed for a little while. That moon was, you know, being eclipsed, but like God help you, they're going to be released with a fury. Those feelings of nostalgia that you're trying to stuff back and like, you know, get over, those are all going to be very much triggered here. I feel like that's what's causing this unhappiness in the near future. You got the Two of Pentacles in your control. Outside energy is the Wheel of Fortune. Holy moly, I don't think we've seen that at all for any of the signs yet. Your hopes and fears are death. Scorpio energy. Man, y'all are pulling strong energy. I just got chills all over my body. That's so many majors. You got the Six of Swords as your final outcome. It's going to chill out, Cancer. You're afraid to enter into whatever this new phase is. What's at the bottom? The Ace of Wands. Y'all have seen a lot of aces today. We had swords, we had wands, and we had cups show up so far in these cards. And then let's talk about these majors for a second. My God. Hangman, Sun, Death, Wheel. That's a lot of energy. Two of Pentacles in your control is, you know, twos are always about having more than one option. I feel a very one-sided energy with you with the Hangman in reverse on your mind. Like, you don't see this narrative or this story as any other way but how you're telling it. As a former, and you know, I'm still licensed to practice law. I'm not right now though. I used to deal with a lot of family law drama, and rarely, all right, is one person's side of the story ever the whole story. There's always three sides to every story: yours, theirs, and the truth. I feel like you're sticking to your narrative and you're refusing to see the other side, and you need to get into their energy. You guys are good at being empathetic. Practice what you preach. Oh, I gotta stop yawning. I'm channeling for like hours and hours and hours. I've never channeled for this long. It's crazy. I feel like I get stronger as I go. I'm geeked on this Scorpio energy. It's like happening on the degree of my moon. I have to do this or else I'll be like triggered to do some, you know, real petulant Cancerian Scorpio stuff. This is keeping my hands busy because idle hands are the devil's playthings. You are the energy that they want you to have, be aware of, that's best in your control. The Two of Pentacles directly applies to how this upcoming energy of the Sun in reverse comes. I just got turn a frown upside down. There's more than, like, instead of feeling unhappy about this or feeling in the dark about something, you have to look at it the other way. You have to see the joy in it. You have to, you know, see what you can, illuminate it. I feel like this is that into the darkness, all right? The Sun in reverse is literally into the darkness. That energy is coming. That's a double down on that. Not only that, but the Sun is touching into the darkness here in my reading. And there's the Death, the Wheel, and the Two of Pentacles with the Six of Swords on that. You got to let go of the anxiety. Whenever this, you know, very foreign, very concealed situation or very murky situation comes about, they're wanting you to mix it up with it, Two energy. Because the Wheel is the one, you know, on the outside pushing this. Whenever I see the Wheel of Fortune here, yes, as the outside energy, I don't ever feel like that is another human. I feel like that's always spirit. That's always your path. And it's good karma. The wheel is upright. Something good is being set into motion for you, but you have to face that scary energy of death. And a lot of you guys intuitively feel that. You get it. You know it's time for like a reaping is what I heard. Or like just like a clearing of some sort. You want it and you fear it at the same time. You're praying for the rebirth part, but you don't want to experience the death. Like, look at the energy on the Santa Muerte card. She's pregnant and she's praying over an empty crib. She's already dead though. Like, she's been through the hard part. Now she's waiting for the rebirth. I feel like you guys, with that bloodletting energy I was feeling here, it's like you had that death and you're like, when's my rebirth? When's my rebirth? The rebirth, I feel like, is around the corner, or it's within reach, but it's like you're too afraid to go there. All this stuff comes out of nowhere, though. You will be at peace with whatever this is, though, but you have to take the initiative to embrace the darkness here, which is not like your strong suit. You're not the water sign to embrace the darkness. That's Scorpio. That's Pisces. They like to go into the unknown. Cancerian is like the most connected to the earth of the water signs, the most, you know, on the level, less, you know, fantastical, I don't want to say. More understandable energy, I guess you could say. Like, all right, let's clarify these. Let's clarify this energy for Cancer. I'm gonna do 5 shuffles for that Hierophant energy. Wonder if AJ's gonna come back in here. It's like about to be sun up. It's like 6 in the morning, I want to say. I don't even know what time it is. I don't even know how many shuffles I did. I keep saying I'm supposed to do this many, and then I start talking and I forget. Some Mercury retrograde stuff right there. I don't care. I stop when it feels right. I need to stop giving myself rules and boundaries. That's where I start messing myself up. All right. Devil. Jeez. I feel like this came up in somebody else's. And then everything is a devil in reverse. You're like really feeding this narrative, this sadness. You guys are like revolving around it, relishing in it. It's like almost like an addiction. You don't even remember what it feels like to be happy, some of you. some of you get off on, you know, playing this martyr role. And that's something, you know, a lot of Cancerians, not in the best energy, get in that mother guilt trip energy. I feel like it's almost like making excuses here. You need to shake this. You need to, you know, bounce back. It's got that bounce back song by, what is that? Sean? What's his name? Big Sean. Bounce back. Last night I took a L, but tonight I bounce back. Wake up every morning and the night I count stacks. Yeah, it's like you take the L and then you bounce back. Y'all having a hard time bouncing back. I don't know if you like the sympathy or if you're looking for sympathy, but nobody's got sympathy for the devil, and the devil's sitting in the middle of your reading. You got to be the mom here. Like, nobody's going to come mommy you or pat you on the back or, you know, hug you, tell you it's okay. Like, I know you might want that, but it's like, it's time to get out of this energy. This energy is toxic. This 4 of, you know, cups, oh, woe is me, is toxic. That's devil energy. Get out of it. 7 of cups, the Tower. You don't understand why you're still having so many feelings about something. You're also, it was like a lot of trauma, all right? Whatever this was, you know, messed you up. The Tower and the 7 of cups, that's like taking all the feelings that you had and like putting them in a blender. Oh, one of them I tender, hot in a blender. Watch it spin round to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. What is that song? I don't remember who sings that song. Google those lyrics. That song has something for you. Somebody like shredded your heart. It's a Tower moment. You can't get over it. The fact that you can't rebuild this, the fact that you can't, you know, make sense of these feels, because we're pretty, you know, good with our feelings and expressing them and processing them. Not with this. This is like the never-ending story. Like, you can't get over whatever this is. But what is this? You know, 7 of Wands in reverse here. With the, the 9 of Cups in the reverse. You don't want to admit that you were being extra with this. 9 of Cups in reverse is, you know, when it's upright, that is like some wish fulfillment and like your dream come true and like being so ready, you know, to enter into a relationship. Like, you've got everything that you need, so it's going to take the very best thing to surrender that last, you know, cup and get the 10. You're good on your own, you're stable, you're happy, you're content as a singular person. This is not that. You were in the reverse energy of that. You weren't good on your own. 7 of Wands in reverse. You were still, you know, allowing yourself to open yourself up to energy that you knew would hurt you. That's not doing yourself any favors. That's not protecting yourself. That's not, you know, loving yourself. That's not being stable to enter into something that you know is going to harm you. But y'all did it. Some of you. Hangman in reverse with the Justice in reverse. Yeah, I'm not going to hold your hand through this either. I'm getting in my Scorpio moon energy here. Y'all need to just get over it. You keep looking at this like you were slighted and this is unfair and I can't believe this happened to me and like I don't deserve this kind of karma. And why am I being tested? And like the only way you can see is like that you lost and that it's not fair. You want to go cry about it. Justice in the reverse, Hangman in the reverse. You refuse to look at this as any other way but like a massive slight to you. Or like a super unfair, you know, you're being wrongly convicted of something. Are you that innocent though? Like, really, you've got completely clean hands. It's very rare that somebody has clean hands, all right? Especially in a love situation, okay? They might have done more than you, but you still did something. All right, Death, oh, no, wait, what are we on? Sun in reverse. The 2 of Cups in the reverse. I don't like it. It looks like rejection here. Or it just looks like, you know, lack of emotional fulfillment. Also, possibly getting into another connection that is going to leave you feeling empty and not seen. Why are we doing that again? You do have the 2 of Pentacles in your control. Do you really want to take on that kind of burden? Do you really need that extra weight at this time? Be really careful, all right? Really careful. Also, if this is getting back together with somebody else, this is you not being able to let the stuff and the hurt and the pain and the unhappiness from the past go. If you can't do that, if you're still wrestling with these feelings, 2 of Pentacles energy, this will fail miserably. The overall energy, the big energy here with the sun, it should work out well, but it's not going to work out the way you want. All right. Y'all don't have the same love language. Some of you. Jeez. Queen of Swords in the reverse now. Dealing with this Six of Cups. You're waxing nostalgic on some stuff that never existed. Your nostalgia is not clear here. All right. There's something about this situation, you know, this is like, you know, you telling, you know, this is my boyfriend. It was never your boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? They never claimed you or something like that. But you're waxing back to this energy that feels really good. But that energy is like very, you're not thinking clearly about that. That's the only thing I can say here. You don't want to admit to yourself the truth about what happened in the past about something. There's also something about your past that I don't think you've dealt with yet that you need to go back and touch on. Two of Pentacles is here because the Six of Swords in the reverse. That's exactly what this is then. I called that. You do have the Six of Swords upright for your final card, so I feel better about your reading now. This is you coming back into some kind of an emotional connection with somebody and not being able to let go of the trauma and the pain. This is why this Two of Pentacles is here, because you are going to get very overwhelmed with, you know, choices and things and options. And you're not going to, it's telling me right here that when those things come, you're going to have a really hard time detaching. You got to make a conscious choice here, all right, to less, you know, make it less complicated, all right? Why is the Wheel here? The Six of Wands, a victory for you. Finally, you're, you know, noticed. Finally, you're celebrated. Finally, you're the center of attention and like people appreciate you. The Wheel of Fortune is literally bringing you a win. I don't even want to clarify that anymore. The Moon in the reverse. All of this is to get you out of, you know, your negative Cancerian energy. Moon in reverse, which is delusion and lunacy. All right. The Ten of Cups, to clarify the Death card and your hopes and your fears. Do I need to explain that, Cancer? This, again, this love is a weird one. These people are blindfolded and they're completely underwater in the depths of everything. You desperately want to, you know, be in that type of a connection, but that's also scary because this one is not going to be an easy one. If it is with like an opposing energy, like an Aquarian, oh, sorry, Cancer, or something like that. That's what's making it so uncomfortable, but like at the same time, you know, you need to embrace that. You've been calling this in, and then when it gets here, it's like you're terrified of it. Or you start overthinking it or overfeeling it, or your emotions start getting the best of you and you ruin it. Oh my God, beautiful. Empress. Empress with the Six of Swords. Moon in the reverse. You are making a conscious choice here at the end of this reading to move on to a place that is like more beneficial to you, where you will be nurtured, where you will be cared for. Also, this is the idea of you letting things go, all right? Becoming very easy, becoming like commonplace, common practice here. It's like no longer hard for you to disconnect from a situation instead of letting it sit around and fester and get toxic. This is like when you know it's time to go, it's time to go. So when you do get in this connection, if it does turn out toxic again, I feel like instead of sitting around and waiting for that irreparable harm to happen, that you're immediately going to disconnect and do what's best for you like an Empress would. So I feel like that pain is getting eased up and things will start being a little better for you, Cancer. At least I hope so, my God. All right, let's get into your hoodoo messages. 3 separate messages for Cancer, and we still got your love connection coming up. 3 more oracle card pulls. All right, give me a message from the Hoodoo Tarot for Cancer. That just flipped the Justice card. 3 of Swords. Yikes, that was a lot of cards. What the F is this? I hate seeing this 3 of Swords pop out for us, Cancer. That's a lot of cards. Wow. Three of Swords with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. The most disrespectful Three of Swords in all the tarot. The King of Cups in the reverse. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Aquarian energy, Star card, grandchildren, Page of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Ten of Cups in the reverse, Six of Pentacles in the reverse, Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Can we say uncooperative? Six of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. We got, God, this is insane. Nine of Cups and Pentacles in reverse. Emotional, physical, codependency, an inability to, function on our own. Misplaced hopes and dreams, like obsessing over stuff that's like toxic and not good for us. With the Five and Six of Wands, just wanting to win the battle, just wanting to be recognized, just wanting to get our way. And in the middle of everything is like the, Star card and the Page of Pentacles. Like, we need to have a real solid conversation about this and, heal. One side is showing a complete lack of effort over here. There's like Ace of Wands in reverse, no motivation. Six of Pentacles in the reverse, nothing to give, not being cooperative, not wanting to share. Ten of Cups in reverse, emotional, disconnect, unhappy families. Three of Pentacles in reverse because nobody's cooperating. Nobody is, picking up and doing any effort here. King of Cups in reverse, we're not showing any love here. But all of this behavior that someone is doing intentionally amounts to a betrayal for them and a disrespect to their ancestors. I don't know whose energy this is. It's a petty one of just wanting to get their way in the moment. It reads more like the Five of Swords. It's like, I don't care what happens now. I feel very, unstable. I feel very uncomfortable. So what I'm going to do here is sabotage this. I'm going to completely stop trying. I'm not going to do anything here. I'm just going to allow myself to betray myself. And instead of, doing the hard thing here and having this, real solid conversation about how to fix this, we're just going to get real petty, tit for tat. Like, we're just going to, Five of Wands. I don't want to do, whatever. Look at her attitude. All I want is the Six of Wands. You're going to hear me. You're going to see me. But that energy about forcing somebody to see your value, see your worth, and convince them of your value and worth, that 5 to the 6 transition there, that's a petty energy, and that's not a good one. And if you're having to convince somebody of your worth, you will always have that doubt as to whether or not, if they finally bow down and say that you are special and you are worth it and they do love you, whatever. Are you ever going to trust it? Will you ever trust it? All right, Cancer. Give me another one. One card, really? All right. The Devil. Yikes. And the Hierophant. Wow. Okay. Angel devil dichotomy, literally. Your spiritual teacher and the devil, the one that tempts you away from your spiritual teachings. This is like, which one are you going to choose? Which way are you going to go with this? You're getting big lovers energy, big time lovers energy. I feel like whatever you enter into next, it goes one of two ways. It's not muddled. It's very clear. It's either devil or angel. Which one are you going to pick? And you've been warned too, all right? So if like you don't heed these, advices, it's a Mrs. Robinson drama popping up for you. All right, give me one more message for Cancer from the Hoodoo, please. I gotta figure out what time it is. I'm gonna see what time it is. The kid needs to go to school today. One more message for Cancer. Lovers. I felt it. There it is. Oh, 9 of Wands. Wounded Warrior. Knight of Swords. Have a plan this time. Last time I feel like you didn't have a plan of any sort. Knight of Swords. This is going to be rough. 4 of Cups in reverse. 9 of Wands in reverse. Ace of Cups and the Lovers sideways. Man. I feel like it's just like this energy of being super combative. You're getting love as a battlefield energy too. Somebody else I feel like had that. 9 of Wands in the reverse. 4 of Cups in the reverse. God, I feel like it's almost like there's this option. Like I feel like some of you might stray back down the same thing. You're not going to feel comfortable. You're not going to feel recognized. You're not going to feel like your love is being accepted, that you're offering, but you're still going to Knight of Swords it, try to strategize a way to proceed with this. If it's not coming naturally, if it's not making you feel at ease, or if you don't feel comfortable in the situation, I feel like you don't make the decision to go in that direction. But I mean, you have free will, do whatever you want. But why you shouldn't strategize about how to offer love to somebody. Love is a natural emotion. It's not a planned and thought out and calculated one. It's a free-flowing, unrestricted, you know, no sword energy with like boundaries and contracts and specific terms. It's just love. This is love on somebody's terms, and that's not love. Okay? All right, Cancer, keep that in mind. I'm going to go check and see if I need to get my kid up for school and come right back and finish your read. Love is coming. Are you ready? All right, before we get into your love reading, let's just do your Edward Gorey Fantod just to get a little mood change. I don't know. I feel like a lot of those messages were starting to repeat. Give me something goofy. What does Cancer need to see? The Ancestor. Okay. Faceless Ancestor. A lot of you are wondering why your ancestors aren't showing their face. Like, where are they? What are you doing? You also have a bunch of ancestors that you don't know about. It's like a whole lineage that you've never even gone down that rabbit hole about. Also, they're waiting to see what you do. You think that they're not watching, but they are. Some of them have turned a blind eye to some things in the past, but I don't feel like they're going to be doing that anymore. He looks very serious. Again, I told you this next situation that you enter into can go one of two ways. And I feel like your ancestor's face is blank because they're not sure what you're going to choose yet. I feel like they're putting you on that lover's energy. Like this card, that lover's card that popped out from you last with the hoodoo. These are two ancestors watching a couple walk down a road together. One of them is pissed off. The other one is happy about it. This is your ancestor. He's waiting to see which face he's going to fill. Is he going to be the happy one or the disappointed one? So only you would know that. They're your ancestors, Cancer. Which one are they going to be? Let me read to you the weird little book message, and then we'll jump into your love. Ladder. The sea, the feather, the waltzing what? The burning head. Good Lord. The ancestor, the month is April. All right, so we're looking at Taurus energy and what am I? Aries and Taurus energy. Hereditary weakness, thrush, loss of money, a false statement, morbid dependency. I felt that in your reading. Staggering sickness, Champerty. That's Champerty. I have no idea what that means. Megrims, Megrims. No idea what that means. Paranoia, an overdose, imprisonment, unstable furniture. Weird, random. I love Gorey. Such a weirdo. I gotta look up those words, Cancer. What do they mean? What does it all mean, Cancer? All right. Let's rip this Band-Aid off and do this love reading. I didn't want to do it. I don't want to do it. No, I do. I do. Wait, at least I don't have to clarify. All right, 6 shuffles. Show me that lover's energy. For Cancer and their person, please. Oh, it's rough. It's rough. We didn't even make it to the second shuffle. That's better. 3. Need to cooperate. Has a chance to be stable. Last one. All right, Cancer. Recent past for the first side, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse. I just get lipstick on a pig. With the 10 of Swords. Somebody said something they didn't mean, brought something to an ending. Now it's like some Sleeping Beauty energy. Trying to wake her up. Now we got the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Still heard about that. With the 8 of Cups. Lots of water here. Oh, there we go. There's the moon. There you are, Cancer. Upright. Full moon. With the 5 of Swords in the reverse. Yikes. Towards the connection, 3 of Pentacles, strongman energy. 5 of Wands in the current situation. This is an absolute shit show. Okay, I'm just going to say it. 6 of Wands in the reverse. Losing out. Other side, recent past. 6 of Cups in the reverse. Could y'all enter into this connection with any more ridiculous trauma? Yep. 7 of Wands in reverse. I feel like this is your side because we were just talking about this. That 6 of Cups was in your subconscious. That 7 of Wands was in your past. This is you refusing to acknowledge your stupid mistakes from the past or how bad the past has hurt you. It's rose-colored glasses. It's refusing. It's like looking things only at the bright side, like a dopey Cancer. That's how you went into this, like head first, feet first, not even thinking at all. Now current situation, you got the Page of Swords. Of course we do. Spying on somebody. And the 7 of Cups because you're confused. You want to understand what's going on. Near future, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Gonna move right towards that unstable energy with the 3 of Wands with a quickness. Recent past, connection, energy, judgment. Cancer, did you try to force somebody here? Knight of Swords now. You are strategizing again. Death. Jesus. Bottom of everything is a 9 of Swords. Listen, your anxiety gets the best of you. You don't trust that someone can love you unconditionally. You doubt a lot, all right? Because I don't feel like you get the same energy back in connections that you give to other people. You cannot expect people to equal you on everything, all right? Not everyone loves the same. It doesn't mean they don't love you, all right? It doesn't. Just because they don't want to hold hands and walk down the street and like profess everything on Facebook doesn't mean they don't love you, all right? It doesn't. I see an energy here of you calling judgment on this person, and here they are. They want to cooperate, but look how hard it is to cooperate when you're calling out judgment initially in the beginning of the relationship. That's a big step. That's like the second to last card in the tarot. Like, where's all the other steps? They didn't like this judgment that you were forcing on them, and they got into Page of Wands in reverse with the 10 of Swords. They acted very feral and instinctually and just popped off and said some stuff they didn't mean, like Page of Wands energy, like a petulant child, and brought death to this, like 10 of Swords, painful one. They just wanted it to stop, all right? I don't know why I'm getting this. But you were, the reason that you're all of a sudden calling judgment and needing a final answer from somebody in the initial stages of this relationship is because you're walking in wounded with the 6 of Cups in reverse and the 7 of Wands in reverse. Not healing from your past trauma, all right? Dragging in your, baggage from past relationships, refusing to stand your ground and hold boundaries. Like you were trying to force boundaries around both of you or something. It's messed up energy. Now you're wanting more information on what's going on here because things have gotten even more emotionally cloudy. They're feeling very rejected, all right? They don't understand how to love themselves or what they deserve or what, they want. I'm sure you love the hell out of this person, Cancer. Like you probably could. But here you are planning and strategizing. You're showing up as the Page and the Knight of Swords here. Doing your research, trying to figure out a plan to go towards this person, being very calculated again, trying to get what you want here because you don't like things to be up in the air. You want to know how they feel or why they acted this way, but you're not supposed to. They're showing 5 of Wands, like creating unnecessary drama between the two of you for no reason. And the reason that they do this is because they don't understand what they deserve. They do not love themselves enough to enter into a healthy connection because they don't understand what that looks like. They're getting overwhelmed, all right, with your energy, with the Moon and the 5 of Swords in reverse here. Look at these 2 cards. Look how nostalgic that looks. He's regretting something. He's like, look, this is what he's thinking about when he's reflecting in that pond and regretting everything. But they look at you, all right? For whatever reason, you show behind the scenes that you want to look at, you want to move into this connection real bad. Knight of Pentacles with the 3 of Wands. That is an intention to move forward, to, go adventuring with whatever this is and to see it through for the long haul. But you're showing them death. So they're feeling 6 of Wands in reverse, all right? So I don't know if this is you making another ultimatum or just, ending everything or just you're tired of waiting or what. Or if, again, you're trying to, put it on your terms. This person feels like whatever they do, they're not going to win here. But this person also, they are like their own worst enemy. I don't know why they have such a, I mean, I get that it feels very rushed and they feel very forced. But at the same time, it's like, you know, mothers always know best. Well, not most of the time. Mothers, a lot of the times, know best. A lot of times, Cancers will know best. They'll know how something will play out. They'll see it far ahead. All right. And they just want to skip all the steps and just go to the happily ever after and skip all the hard stuff. Other signs don't see it that way. It's harder for them to, you know, picture things going that quickly or working in that way. And that can scare people off. All right. So a lot of times if you confront them with that judgment energy and things like that, they'll run. They'll run and they'll think that you're being overly possessive, but it's like a lot of times they'll end up coming back or regretting things. I do feel a lot of regret on this person's side. They said a lot of hurtful things to you. They're not in a great energy right now. You're coming across this energy of being very clear, calculated, and, you know, about your wits. They're in Five of Wands energy currently, which is like all drama all day. Ugh. I feel like you are going to try to do this a different way with them. I feel like they've ruined things with you, though. I keep this energy where they're very defeated. Weird one, Cancers. I don't even know what to think about that. Let's pull your Enchanted Spell Oracle. And make sure you check out the extended so you can get the little recipe and spell that, you know, they give you for calling in whatever this energy is that they're wanting you to be aware of. What energy do you want to show Cancer today? What energy can help them recover from whatever this is? What do they need to hear? Your cards are being so stubborn today. There it is. Purity. The read. October 28th to November 24th. Scorpio energy. Purity. That's the rebirth. But you got to rebirth pure, all right? A lot of you guys, I feel like, are trying to say that you're rebirthing, but you're very tainted. You cannot let go of the baggage. Cancers don't let go of stuff. Like your mom. Your mom never forgets, all right? It is so hard to, like, rebuild trust with anyone, but especially a Cancer. So they know better. You want justice, all right? And to get justice, you have to enter this, you know, pure heart, you know, clear eyes, pure heart, can't lose. Friday Night Lights. Like, you have to, you actually walk it like you talk it. If you want a fresh start, you gotta start fresh. I feel like a lot of you struggle with that. Like, you cannot let things go, and that's gonna be your downfall. I didn't sing your little Beatles song, but it came out quick. Our Lady of Radiant Grace. You're not the only sign that had this. A couple other ones did, I feel like. Grace, all right? Grace, it's like a really hard concept. Our Lady of Innocence. Not so innocent, Cancer, come on. There's a way to gracefully exit situations, and that's a really hard thing to do, especially with Cancers. We tend to throw temper tantrums, or we, you know, tend to get moody or withdraw, or, you know, act very possessive sometimes, or, you know, overly motherly, smotherly. There's a graceful way to extend your motherly energy to somebody like she would. This is the, you know, emanation of Mary that is guiding you right now. It's having tact. It's having a light touch or a light hand. It's not forcing your values on anybody, or it's taking things with a grain of salt. It's taking things, you know, very peacefully. It's not allowing things to rattle you. It's allowing you to keep your composure during, you know, lots of times of trouble. Also, a lot of you are getting patience regarding children, you know, coming to you. This Two of Pentacles energy on the side of her head, these two roses that are on the side of her head. That's, you know, they're trying to balance your energy out. They're trying to get you to, Grace is accepting defeat or accepting your loss and, like, going back and reflecting and how can I get better the next time. I feel like there's a lot of blame that you've been assigning to people. Like, but every time you point the finger at somebody, how many more point back at you? It's kind of like that. I like this energy for you, though. go check out the extended because I really want you to hear the book. The book reading on these is very inspiring and it gives you a lot of hope for the future. So definitely check that out, Cancers. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with your girl, I would really appreciate that. Or a donation if you want, whatever. Help me feed these, you know, little babies. Yeah, so that's it, Cancers. I love you so much, my fellow Cancer. I'll catch you next time. Bye, babies.